about actually both sides, you're right, is that there is very few weaknesses that would bleed into even a best of 5 potentially. It would just be, oh, what a prospect. Anyway, game is ready. Thank you so much for your patience. We can't hold it back any longer. We've got to get into game. And it will be DRX to start out on the attacking side. And of course, that means OPTIC has to hold firm on the defensive side because DRX are no slouches.
A slow approach initially here. And Victor antsy a little towards ramp, but no contact on the other side of it. And he actually is going to tuck himself in behind Flower. Crashies here in support as well, but the majority of the stack towards B here for OPTIC. See if DRX can make use of these numbers.
Spam. Crosses there. Comfy. Don't think he did any chip damage, so DRX get what they want. Having control. They're taking so much space. Surely, wait, RB seen it. Yeah, he definitely saw Victor waiting. Nice work from RB leading the charge here, and this is a shutdown. DRX. Welcome back to the game. This is no longer Icebox. This is something completely different than FNS. Wow, you got 5 to find.
Ghost in hand. Mako the first up, actually. At the 35 HP, going to get the hell away from that angle. He does have support here in the form of Buzz. He's going to find a consolation. The Prime Gaming flawless from DRX here to start things off on split. And comfortable as well. No pressure whatsoever on the way through.
I love that burst coming out from heaven, and I want to see if RB gets off to a good start, if that keeps, building that momentum and pressure behind him to just keep delivering. Just that little spot there as well, just finding Victor so early.
And I did spot that. I noted that Victor was stunned up, and I wasn't sure whether or not that was actually something coming through from Buzz there, but actually just catches the edge of the fault line, I think, from FNS in spawn.
Oh, it's unfortunate.
And whether or not he would have found that kill, but helping RB find the opener at least. See a little bit of a stack from OPTIC towards A site here. Right, will be noted, actually. I'm not sure if what the knife actually spotted there. DRX pay no respect to it.
I mean, you can still just kind of power through this, but obviously you're operating with a little bit of danger against you. Have to be very, very smart on your clears here and just make sure you're trying to be as untradeable as possible. And Marco's done well, but it's going to be Marved still disrupting, and that's sharp work from Zest. DRX, they walk into the trap and they walk out fine, but they don't expect Victor. Good little chip damage there. They take down 2. Not bad for OPTIC, but of course DRX will be happy with this.
Zest still just misses the ult orb off the plant as well, but well handled there by DRX. Yeah, I think they're planting the seeds here to maybe force out an extra body towards A site, create some space elsewhere. It's looking as if DRX are going to spread out a little bit here. See what Stax will settle for. See, no real progress, actually, from anyone on OPTIC. The only 2 kills coming through for Victor and Marv so far. There's actually DRX looking to explore mid for the first time. That will be Yay and FNS up towards B Heaven to hold this one down. I think Mako we saw noted there with the suppress. I don't know if Stax was as well, but Yay tucked up in towards Mako. Actually, lucky there, RB's dash was blocked, but just a slight exchange of damage.
And I'm going to keep my mind towards how Ye plays this, because it's a little bit harder to navigate around someone like him on this map specifically. But again, he's now having to work from a bit of a deficit, I'm sure, mentally, because you've had a couple of maps now in front of you where you've been, just as said, tailor-made called out. So Zest can be put down by FNS. Not really giving too much away, and it is leaning back towards this A piece, and you have seen Ye float over this side. So DRX going to try and make something work with these Spectres. Again, you would imagine this goes OPTIC's way, just because of the outgun here, the bonus not looking likely to be converted.
I'm out of here.
Victor again will catch the information on that peak. Stax and Buzz, well, they can get any damage done.
30 seconds.
Actually, Victor catching a little bit of damage on the cross, and Yay there to clean it up. Buzz will even be given an opportunity. You can see everybody on the X-ray staring him down. He actually finds it.
Of course he does. Why wouldn't that happen? Buzz, if you can get one more, they're at least taking guns away, right? Like, if you can just try and make it a little bit costly, not terrible. You're looking at silver linings, you're not going to get many more. No, Ye denies it, and OPTIC going to get the first on the board. They're keeping 4 standing and those 4 rifles in hand.
Important as well, Ye to have a big round here to start things off. Decent ultimate progress as well on the back of that. again, just in these early rounds, in terms of the small objectives, right? Dealing with Ye's traps, trying to relinquish some of that comfort, some of that control on the side of Optic, and forcing out an adjustment in terms of the utility investment, in terms of how they play around these traps as well. You know, obviously, the second kind of leg to that would be Victor and FNS, potentially even crashies as well, in terms of acting upon some of these traps. But Victor again, noted here at least, and DRX happy to continue showing presence outside A in the early round.
Well, double stack as well, coming in towards ropes. I want to see what they do with this. Yeah, pop flash into a play maybe for Ye. We'll see what they decide on eventually. crashies ready probably with the underhand on this, just swing through if they feel it, but I'm going to be honest, DRX are not on the other side of this. One flash comes in deep, they're not really up to much. It's rotating back around towards A, and I wonder how much of this Victor might hear. Curious if any of that sound would have made it across. They haven't dismantled this stack.
I think with them coming through spawn, he doesn't hear it. They
No.
stop just at the double boxes in spawn.
He's going to have an idea that something's coming his way. Vision has been now depleted. You can see him trying to buy a little bit of time for a rotation to come in, which is on the way, but DRX have access at this point. Victor.
Try and catch Victor.
He's still standing and he's got Ye by his side. Hold on. DRX, I thought they had the jump on that. I thought they would have had that on the money, but Ye's managed to slip in as well. Slip the net. He's going to isolate one. Ye doing so nicely here. Beautiful work from Optic to handle that, because that looked good from DRX. That lovely rotation, just instantly evacuating middle, hitting that nice A piece. Beautiful work.
I mean, they should have caught Victor.
100%.
He had him dead to rights. There's a number of times that Victor's been up on top of this box on ramp. He's the only one here. So he has to find that kill. Has to. We've seen actually in the previous rounds, DRX come through, they put this wall up over ropes, they can solidify this heaven control. And just looks very comfortable for them. So huge round from Victor, great cleanup from Ye as well. We talked about that old progress, does have the tour de force available now.
Finally gets to play a bit of a game here. Have a bit of a say in the matter, and of course that has taken the money away from DRX as well.
I was going to say 2-2, and look at the cushion now that Optic have.
Yeah, much different.
Marv goes explore it.
Finds Buzz out in space. Just holding. Look at this guy. He's on it today. Oh, B looking to try and get that trade, maybe do a little bit of chip damage, and at least force him off the angle for now, but early battle won.
DRX having a response here. FNS will come across to reinforce this B site hold. Actually, yeah, the dismiss on the smoke gonna put FNS into a position backside to make use of his fault line, and the timing could be great for him. Actually, the stun comes through. Easily done.
Yeah, all coming together. Very limited amounts of threat being able to be generated by DRX. So yeah, good work from Optic, keeping very much proactive in this as well. I like them dictating a little bit of the pace, even in those sort of rounds.
And that's also going to pop up the economy once more. We talked about the cushion coming into that previous round. Now look at it.
7.
And again, so close to Victor's ultimate, so Ye's tour de force is available here, so a couple of tools to offset that even further, make it even more comfortable. Again, the fault line and the gravity well combo here, just to clean things up. Nice little setup, and again, love the dismiss to put FNS into that position. Nothing left to chance by Optic.
DRX need to get a grip on this game now. This is a big round for them. The way these rounds have gone since the rifles came out for Optic, you've seen the disparity. The operator is online for RB. Now they need to deal with this. We know there was aggression here last round, so yeah, you kind of stepping into the shoes, but a whole different player to try and manage. You can see the temptation from both sides, but also a bit of a walkout on the A site as well. Keep that in the back of your mind. Trying to see a little bit of a walk of pressure coming out from Marved and Victor.
Again, this composition with no traditional sentinel here, they do have to keep every flank possibility in mind, especially with what Marved was able to do in the previous map, particularly on their attacking side, but definitely a threat here on the defense on split.
It's quiet so far from DRX. Finally going to burst up middle, take space, but crashies can really take a lot of this back. Actually goes for the peek on it as well, so pops in the fragment grenade now. But Optic aren't giving away too much territory. They're still holding a fair amount of this. And yeah, they've given up heaven, but they're holding on the way down. But Zest cracks on in. Good work. Better trades from DRX. Perfect approach. And now looking at the tactics of Optic, you've only got 2. Held behind the walls. Held behind so much. It's going to be brutal for them to work on in. Trying to facilitate maybe that opportunity right now is Victor. Gets himself in, but he has to get going. Goes and finds Buzz, finds another. That's RB gone. We're in a 2v2.
Absolutely no right finding those on the way back in, but Victor making this a real possibility here. The Viper's Pit could be the turning factor here for DRX.
Oh, just tipped away. And Victor, that's a crossfire on the other side. It's going to be so hard to break. How do you do it? You can't. Marco's got your number. Now Marved in a 1v2, and already you can see the wrap on Pillar from Mako. Trying to be as annoying, as hard to find as possible, and Marved is hunting it down, but he's running out of time. He's about to run out of options. HP down as low as it's going to go. Spots one, but it doesn't matter. Stax quick with it, and DRX invest a lot, but they get the round away.
And good damage done. Hold on to 2 rifles here. We'll see the knock-on effect. Actually, DRX looking a lot more comfortable than I was expecting. Do we have the Blade Storm as well? You see, initially from that Poison Orb sent down, it was always the end goal to come towards B. Make use of this Viper's Pit. Victor, his 2 kills were ridiculous. Eventually shut down. And the reposition from Mako that you noted just makes it that much more difficult to find anything else there. All tied up now, 3 apiece. And Tour de Force popped here.
He's ignored
and
the first.
find anything.
He's trying to play around it, but he's still going to catch RB in the back. Keeps at least Victor safe for now, and they adjust away. Optic, good frontline approach, and they dip. Sit a little deeper, present that puzzle right back. And yeah, he's re-aggressing. He wants back in on this game. He doesn't care what you throw at him. He wants to fight. He's been quieting down so much. The flash goes in. Does anyone else capitalize? Yes. Yeah, he's still standing, still fighting. This guy, he wants it all. Oh, and the wrap. It's nasty work from Marved. And Buzz in the corner. And they are closing in on this. Oh, tagged up too. At least gets the spike, but it's not a pretty sight to be in.
Buzz here left in the 1v3. Really yay tagged up right now, down to 22 HP, but everybody stacked up. And Optic actually pay a little respect here.
Okay.
I mean, almost anticipating he's taking the spike and hit this rotation. Crashies will be the member left on A site, but it could present a 1v1 here, Lauren.
It does give them one, and crashies. Okay, got the angle. There it is. Information
30 seconds left.
Does not need to overpeak on this. You have to play the safe game to an extent. You've got to respect Buzz in this to at least get your teammates back with you. Now they're pretty close by. You've got 2 filtering through towards CT. Buzz garners the respect as the plant comes in. And now they're ready to play back in on this one. Stunned up, suppressed. So little to do, and the timing's not bad, but better trades, good spacing, and Optic convert the round.
It's crazy how far Ye is happy to swing with that Tour de Force, and great support from Victor as well. Again, just the stun splitting DRX up. Just leaves RB isolated there. Actually, Ye actually swings on the back of the Viper wall here. You can see here this kill. Again, the stun perfect from Victor. And this here, they're desperate to try and close this down. Zest forced into
There's the pop flash for him. It's so tailor-made, man.
I got you.
Get the up. Get the
Yeah, I got you. I got you. Keep swinging, but we post around regardless. Crashies one away from his ultimate. Marv the next closest, but only 3 ticks over there. Not an awful lot for DRX to rely on here in terms of weaponry, at least. Whether or not RB's even going to pop the Blade Storm. Yeah, I don't know if he has activated it just yet, but expect to see that one pulled out.
Get out of my way.
There it is. It looks like simple stuff coming in. Entry work. RB instantly just chipped down to such low HP. Gets a heal and looking to try and do something with it. There's 3 players on the site and the wall just gets raised. Optic trying to hold.
Lock in sight.
Do a little bit of damage, but the trades are good for DRX. They're still standing on this one, but the suppress will take now RB at least out of this moment. Blanc comes in, but Optic can't make much more of that just now.
The Aftershock actually going to force RB back a little bit. He can't eat one of those ticks.
This is going to get so painful, and now here comes that retake. Stax on the site, though. Judge in hand. Tries to be the executioner. He can't get it. And now FNS, a 1v2. DRX are digging deep on this one. Rez going to come in as well. They're throwing everything at him. Now RB goes down, but time. FNS has to make this quick. A jump peek from Buzz, and he's buying every single second for them. So valuable. And FNS, he's being run around here. Ringer Rosie, they're going to be just playing this in the most nasty way. Jump up and over. Zest puts him down. Beautiful work from DRX. Nothing too fancy, and they just get the job done.
With nothing into that round one. The Blade Storm comes through. Actually, a really great flash from DRX to try and get RB an opening opportunity. But Optic play deep enough. They respect it. Actually, I actually think two members of OPTIC playing anti-flash there all the way back on site, and the timing of the suppress coming through to prevent that res actually gives OPTIC the advantage coming back in. But still, DRX hold on. We talked about one of the stat lines that stands out in OPTIC's inability to comfortably retake here on split. In a thrifty round to give away the plant, DRX punished them for it.
Ooh, yay. Ate that flash, they got to be on red alert now. You can see them so hyper aware of the chance someone's aggressing, but do they expect potentially 3 players? They're all pushing this. That's madness. Okay, I thought they were going to commit with Victor and crashies too, but they actually peel away as well. But could at least force that initial exchange to clear Yay away from middle.
DRX happy to sit back now if there's any further follow-up from OPTIC.
I have the spike.
And nothing shown towards A here, and it's Yay and FNS over there. DRX really want to allow the pressure to build here. Again, they're going to have to re-explore mid so late in this round. I mean, it's 45 seconds now. Seeker's invested towards B. Cosmic Divide up. That could be the green light here.
They're still not pushing instantaneously because of this. Oh, and Victor turns around in time, gets one, but it's a good trade for Mako. Underhand flash, crashies dealt with. Mako so ready. I think he was blind regardless, and he still did well. Do they know that there's still another player up there? I thought FNS could have done more, but no, it's down to someone like Marved, who finds the timing just right. And Zest, give it an aim like Marved! How did he get away with it?
17 HP with the fadeaway classic. What was that?
I'm just gonna take a seat for a second. Play it back, Jess. Okay. Oh yeah, 17 HP. Oh, of course that hits perfectly.
Free gun, by the way.
Free gun.
Free gun. It's so calm after that round. What?
How are you calm? How are you calm when that's just happened?
We talked about Marved just being this late round piece, that the ratty player, just so arrogant in some of the plays he makes. He walks through the Cosmic Divide there. It's just crazy. Wow. These teams are neck and neck in the first half here on Split, Lauren.
Couldn't be closer, the way these two are playing.
DRX not finding any of that comfort. There was apparent in both previous maps, right? It was OPTIC to kind of counter it on Icebox, but still felt as if DRX had a winning shot at closing that map out. Here, OPTIC looked way more refined.
Oh, it felt like OPTIC were playing kind of from the back in a couple of the other games, right? Kind of building back into the games. You're having that bad start on that first map. This one, it looks so much more even between these two.
Themselves now.
Yeah, confidence starting to brim over. They've taken so much space, and that's going to be all relayed towards Yay. He knows what's up on this now. He's already been told, like, okay, maybe they're in middle, but they're probably coming towards that A site. So, again, he waits. He takes the head of one. RB's down. Spread on the cross. FNS, that's a dangerous game you're playing there. You've got to be careful. There's still so many threats here that's starting to pour towards the site. Yay from the back line, still trying to swing it. Zest takes down his buddy. FNS is gone, so Yay on a bit of an island here. Support's on the way, but he can't get there fast enough. And remember the flank. Remember that Victor got here. So no shot does Victor do this to them. Come hell or high water, OPTIC are not going to give up this round. That's going to force the ult out. They have to try and defend this with everything they've got in the kid. Mako and Buzz sweating bullets right now. As Victor still stands, spamming away, trying to catch maybe a lucky tag or something. But in we go. Buzz finds him, grabs him down, puts him away, and that's the shutdown. DRX hold it together.
It's so back and forth. What the hell was that?
No idea. No idea.
From Victor. Again, stax. The one punished through the back of the Cosmic Divide once again. And then finds a follow-up onto Zest. But somehow DRX flip it with this Viper's Pit.
Perfect
Huge
investment.
round to close out.
Perfect investment. Not allowing any traces to come in. Because I thought Victor, yeah, he's...
benefit regardless of outcome here. Should have the tour de force available. So they want to get a little bit proactive towards A once again, but nobody on the other side of this from DRX, Lauren.
Yep. Gotta give it a go. It's a lot of space taken.
So fast as well.
And they're not going to slow down, I feel. It's just going to be quick. Hit that rotation, trying to back them up, because keep in mind, the hero awaits. It's Yay. He has to be the one to do this. He's got the rifle. He lets one pass, but RB checks. Galaxy brain from RB. Just not going to let anything fall foul here. He's going to take him through this game and give him this round. is following up towards Marv. The site's theirs.
She's ready with the pop flash here, but nobody else there.
They can't swing it.
Yeah, it's not going to feel comfortable doing that solo. DRX with 5 here. Look at the lockdown this B.
Nice flash. Really nice flash, but better work from Zest to stop Victor from trying to be a nuisance on this one. Flash right back in, and RB's unstoppable. Holding this through, and Optic trying to get up to no good, trying to be cheeky with it. That rifle tucked in the corner, not going to get it. DRX stand tall and take the lead.
Prime Gaming flawless here in round 11.
Round before the switch.
And DRX find themselves another 7-5 half here on split. Again, RB just... Again, the awareness to do this. The first time we've seen Ye or anybody from Optic kind of play this close contact here, just inside B side. We've seen them explore into B garage a few times, but RB clears it with a dash. Heads up stuff from him. Can Optic tie things up here in the last round?
They've at least got the buy coming in. You noted it in the prior round. They're going to be well equipped for it, and that's the man to watch once again. Yay. Happy to explore. Happy to look for it. Similar scenes on the other side, though. Buzz could be forced back. You can see them just juggling out the weaponry as well.
Aggression
but Optic
on
aren't
both
stopping.
sides.
They're not stopping either. They're going to prop someone deeper up here. Actually, Victor's still with them too. So you've got Marved and Victor kind of sitting deep towards B main. And now the space on the map feels small. It feels smothered. And DRX has to keep that in mind now. And he's pushing this. Optic. Hyper proactive. DRX have to deal with this, so they have to try and play this back in now. So much room they have to additionally clear, but they want to get to work early. Clear back through a little bit, take that space back away from B main, and Victor's trying to be super fluid in this, get around the map as best he can.
You're overcooking this one though, yeah. You can see just there
it is.
considering the rotation towards 8. Now in the back of contact, Victor will come back towards stairs.
But
Should
nothing
get
to
walled
play
off.
him in. What? He doesn't get checked on! The wall goes up, but a little late. RB crosses, but there's Zerez coming out, and he's still being a nuisance, and still being a problem. Crashes by his side, they pinch towards heaven and send him towards hell. Marved to the corner, and no one keeps him in the corner. This is down to now 2. Mako and Zest, nothing to be said about it. Optic on the shutdown, they're gonna get this score right back or even.
The Prime Gaming
This
flawless in
game, man!
response.
This game! The first half was anything to go by. The second one is going to be absolutely fire. So where are you looking now, right? Because we're coming into a fresh half. Where are you looking? Because I'm seeing like a quick start here.
I'm looking towards what DRX want to achieve here on defense. I mean, Optic, I think we've got a pretty clear
Nice.
indication of what's happening.
Look at it. RB's flashed up. And the gap closes. Is going to be Victor. Spots another towards heaven as well. But again, look at the spike.
In terms of expectations, that's what
it.
I'm expecting.
That's it,
With
right?
this composition,
Got you.
but isolated first blood, they're going to reset away from it. Oh, what? Yay!
This guy's on one today. Finally breaking out of his cage. Oh dear. This is going to be an absolute nightmare for DRX if they keep playing like this with that aggression, that pace, that pop potential. DRX have to try and work this back in. And yeah, he's just letting give them nothing. No room to breathe. Nothing. And now, just 2. Zest already noted, it looks like. Yeah, and one towards CT. They know both players' positions. In Optic, just putting it up the wall. There's nothing to be done about it. The 2 big players in my mind, Ye and Victor right there. Perfect. Perfect.
Back-to-back Prime Gaming flawlesses across the half here. Just insane opening there. Lovely little set piece. Massive investment of utility.
They're doing this to DRX. Like that, I still need to remind myself. Yeah, okay.
What is that?
That must be nice.
He shouldn't be allowed to use this weapon.
No, it feels like it needs a nerf when he's using it.
You see, he's not even flinching. He's just like, yeah, I got another
I
one.
got yous, okay?
Got another one.
Yep.
Headshot.
Headshot. Just monotone. Straight up monotone. Not breaking a sweat. And well, DRX probably not the ideal start for them here, but still every chance in this. Just have to ride out this wave. This isn't going to be a fun round by any means. They've gone for a gamble stack towards A. It's not going to work out particularly unless they keep exploring this side of things, but again, Optic not really wasting too much time. They're quite quick to take this space, so they should be able to feel out a stack if there is one quite early on. See Buzz adjusting over towards heaven. And yeah, you're just going to lead the piece.
Still cautious on approach, paying a lot of respect here to the potential for a stack, but DRX still
I'm out of here.
has 4 over towards A. Crashies still the discipline to hold on to it. Buzz will fall, give themselves a clean plant on B. And just classics on the way back in for DRX.
And they've cleared B main so quickly that, again, they can now focus on pretty much exactly where they're coming from. Good Could be a lot of information off the back of that knife as well, considering crashies still lingering around. He's got a nade and a flash still to work with too, so buying time galore. This is dreamy work from him. Going to eat a little bit of damage of his own nade just to get to this position. What a surprise! Around the corner, and Mako, your last one alive, and you talk about kind of a couple of indicators. Yeah, you're happy to see a nice clean round back in, but Optic just looking like they're starting to feel that momentum now.
Absolutely. Crash is actually going to get it. We'll find the ace. There's some really, really big ultimate progress here for him. 2 away. Could be pivotal come the buy round. Yeah, actually beyond 3rd round. Beautiful work. And again, what's the response here from DRX? Whether we're going to see them actually actively shut down some of this early round, these set pieces.
That has to become a priority.
I mean, it has to be kind of the cornerstone of Optic's game plan here on attack.
They have to somehow dampen that.
I'm already looking at this. Look how deep they're having to play in heaven here to mitigate that risk.
It's a double-edged sword though, isn't it? It's like, you kind of have to handle it to some degree. If you give them too much space, they're going to get exactly what they want. But for now, Optic's still leading with their intentions. But of course, this round, this should be one for DRX. The purchase, quite substantial. Of course, Ye is your danger man to keep a potential eye on, just because he has that rifle to play with. And a quick check, I like that actually. A little look through there. Pretty sure that was Buzz just making sure there was nothing behind that. So a little investment from Victor doesn't quite get what he wants potentially, but it looks like a double dip coming out here.
Yeah, Buzz actually got himself tucked into back sight here. And Zest playing pretty deep towards spawn, so kind of just holding on for that heaven drop. They could isolate Buzz here. Yay.
Toxins going up.
We'll drift towards mid here with crashies in tow. And actually crashies wins that?
What?
With a Spectre?
And now Victor's going to go. He's just going to absolutely let it rip. Go straight towards the side, going to take as much space as he can. Zest on the other side of this, and Buzz still on the back side. Quick check, but he gets quickly dealt with. And now Optic shouldn't be able to spiral off the back. There's no big denial.
Zest!
Big work from Zest.
When you feel like actually they find that opening pick on Mako, they create themselves an advantage. And the utility placement is perfect on B site, by the way. DRX literally have 2 spots to play. The aftershock comes through, Buzz able to escape it. Victor, I mean, the half clearance there behind the box on site, and Zest makes him pay for it. Beautiful transfer. Wow. This one we did note, obviously crashes with his early progress. He does have the ultimate available here. Whether or not Optic are going to lean on that. Maybe more stacked up in approach, potentially. Nothing noted on the back of the knife either, so Crash is going to get himself into a position top mid, and a big radius here if he does decide to pop the up towards both sides.
And the pace in which they've taken this is 1 minute 20 on the board still. This is super early work that they're trying to pull off here. This could put a lot of strain on towards RB. Probably good for one though, you'd imagine. And they can get out of danger. Yeah. That's all he needs to know. Careful, RB! Looked a little too long and gets punished for it. And now look at Zest all alone.
He must know that they can both see each other there.
The cracks are starting to show. Let's be honest, this is a high-pressure game for DRX. And Zest has been watching for Ye this entire time. You can see the players starting to come through. You can see the paranoia probably starting to build in his mind. And there it is. Contact made. Zest still stands. He's still going to try and hold. Buy a bit of time. Do anything he can for this. He does have support over by the back of pillar in the form of stax. You can see Optic can turn things around on a dime. They're re-exploring towards B.
Buzz has got to go huge for them here. He's tucked in behind pillar. No pressure coming through from B main, Lauren.
Victor. There's no quietness to this. Ooh, good enough for one, but again, that's not ideal. There's still a chance here. The spray, not good enough for the quick trades. Crashies pushing CT, does so much damage. The stax works back in and gets found and put down by Crashies.
You can see the frustration on the player cam coming through there. Stax so unlucky not to find that kill.
It felt like a second away from that.
He found the headshot.
Yeah.
So much damage done. That slips through their fingers. Again, great audible. I mean, Doug was talking about how well FNS was calling for Optic on Icebox here. Another great example here.
Yeah.
It's the pace of this rotation.
Oh, it was instantaneous. You're right. And again, this is one of those things where I think FNS has been one of the key elements to this roster in this tournament thus far. He has been huge for them. not only just, you know, the calling, but he's also had some very impactful games itself
leading
as
from
well.
the front.
Absolutely. Great to see that. And worth noting in these moments. But on the other side, DRX now being presented a little bit of a conundrum. How do we tame this? How do we tame the beast that is just running rampant around us? A Judge? Yeah, that could certainly help out, but they've got to keep some space here. They're being run around with.
Scout destroyed.
Yeah, Judge, all that RB has, no shield behind that, so... Optic again going to slow things down here. No aggression coming through from DRX. Happy to commit to these deeper holds here. 3 members towards B site now. Buzz, Stax, and Mako. And there's 5 members of Optic looming closer and closer.
Do they burst? No. Utilities hold them back. Okay, nice. Oh!
Victor's got the one-way angle?
Oh, dearie me. Buzz gets his head ripped off.
Take this.
Yeah, you can see the space that they had, and Stax is going to stand. Tries to deliver, tries to hold, turns. The flash goes back around Jay. Next on the chopping block, Marco's there on the other side. Still holding the line with 3 of them remaining. And one by one, they're being ripped apart. As now just down to what remains. Crashies, how much more can you do? It's a chance on this, and Crashies has been unbearable! Zest! Puts it together. But
It comes down to the final man for DRX. It's so back and forth in some of these rounds. Again, the setup great. Initially, the utility slows that down, but Victor uses the one-way against them to find that opener. I don't think they're expecting just how well stacked DRX are towards B site. You see RB's desperate to get something done with the Judge here.
Oh.
I mean, when Crashies finds the first, you can...
Exact same thing next round, or, you know, Zest with those safe pair of hands at the end, because, hell, I was starting to believe the Crashies were going to just close that round out, just straight up. So, again, credit to them for stopping this before that fire spreads, but speaking of, the money spread pretty thin now for Optic, down to the very middle lumps, and Victor, well, not right now. Not going to happen this time. Marco holds the line, keeps him at arm's length, rightly so.
They still want to follow through on this, though. Tour de Force will be popped and invested as well. RB actually going to find Crashies there, blind. Flash is perfect from Stax, and that's
so
spike
talented.
noted.
So talented. Nice high flash, keeps it in check. This would only really be one of those if Ye does something.
Can do the unthinkable.
Literally, and there's always a moment where it could happen, but I feel the timing's going to be against him here. He's desperate to clear Marco. He gets it, but it's to get away. No. Quick trade for RB. That's imperative that RB keeps it together. Closed out on FNS as well. You could see the chance of a spiral, but I'm so glad that RB again just strangling down that pressure, and we're tied up again. It's 9-9.
Hey, they must have been listening. Stax and RB delivering that round for DRX. Well handled, and lots of threats to worry about. Obviously, Victor immediately shut down. Because the Tour de Force coming through. It's kept in check here. And what's next for Optic? How deep does the strat book run here on split? It's looking, again, pacey towards A. It's all in, all 5 members here, Lauren.
There's so much pressure on one man's shoulders to try and hold this back. Victor's going to burst on forward. He's not going to stop. We know that. This is a continual push. The ult gets invested towards middle, so if they re-explore this, I'm quite interested if they do the same dip through mid, but now a new problem presented.
He's actually not going to tell them too much other than, yeah, they are behind this. All this pressure in the early round, but Optic actually going to pause. Hold on to this heaven control. It's Buzz and Zest here to defend A site. And Optic just waiting for an overstep. Look at Stax's adjustment all the way deep into spawn. Allow them to hold on to this. Buzz actually only got a Spectre here. Not entirely sure why when you look down the finances on the side of DRX. We'll have to see if that actually becomes a factor here in this round.
Yeah. For Optic, when do you go and start presenting more problems? You've hit the brakes. There still. So they don't have to sweat too much. You can see the respect the DRX are given, though. They do not want to get caught up in this mess at all. It looks like 35 seconds. It's go time. Crunch comes in. Zest and Buzz, can you hold against the crashing wave of Optic already? Buzz can be forced away a little bit here. Ye gets noted, gets spotted. Zest takes him down sharp as ever. He's carried on from before. You can't get past him. Finally, he falls to Marved. But you've already got someone like Stax ready to fill the void. Marved again denies another. We're back down to this scenario where it's so close. Spike goes in, but bear in mind that RB's popped the ult. He's ready to go. Can he find that clean fight on the site? Is the cross being watched? No. He's managed to thread through. He's gone unnoted to this point. He could get the cleanest fight of his life on FNS. There's no shot that FNS would be looking this way. The timing's everything for RB. He spots it, and he turns around! FNS! Unbelievable scenes here. 10 now posted for OPTIC.
And that's so tense for OPTIC. In that scenario, both players split.
Yeah.
RB potential to isolate one of these kills very easily, and he actually almost overthinks it. I gotta say it. The plant, not necessarily in line of sight of heaven, but I gotta feel like he has to challenge sight there. He has to go for that kill.
Yeah. And it's just...
I mean, he's paranoid of the reposition from FNS. That's the reason he goes hunting elsewhere. Does have the benefit of time, but doesn't play off for him.
And you could just see the focus on their faces then. You could see it. OPTIC are in the zone, so are DRX. This is beyond belief for this stage of the game. A lot of information being exchanged up towards the A site. You saw the dog getting invested as well. Pressure through middle.
They're starting to back away from A. At least Buzz. Sorry, RB playing a little deeper here towards screens.
Vision.
Spike not committed just yet, and actually OPTIC will decide to pull away from A. Yeah, maybe considering that on the back of this mid-pressure, they forced a rotation out of DRX. Mako happy to re-explore, just make sure that nobody slipped the net.
Gonna just try and sit towards this a little deeper, and this is... If they get what they want out of this OPTIC, they've made a really good call on it, and there it is. The explosive nature of it. Zest has nothing to say. He's just about to keep his life. He doesn't get caught up in this yet. Victor still trying to clear. Clears heaven, looks back around. On the drop though, Zest with the trade out on one. crashies still powers forward. The divide goes in. It's going to keep CT locked out for now. crashies going to add to that matter. Throw a bit of util behind it and do what he can, but the spike needs to make its way in. And Buzz, he was alive, but only for so long. Not breathing anymore. As the spike will come through and the plant will come in. Unless something is about to happen, here it is. The way back through, just as powerful, and RB finds it for free. FNS and Yay, though, do the damage right back at him, and OPTIC just somehow in this battle of attrition are finding ways forward.
Let's do this.
And that's a huge round because it breaks the money of DRX. That's OPTIC arguably going to map and series point here. What a clean execution. Zest, again, he's been so good for finding these multi-kills, only good for the one there, quickly traded out. crashies actually catches the no-scope from RB here, but Yay, so deep in this lurk. Able to clean things up there.
Right there.
Again, OPTIC looking to pile on the pressure here, trying to close down the distance onto Buzz.
Yeah, if Buzz has any sort of
triple
vulnerability,
stunned.
look at him. And now the flash is coming on in. There's so much being poured into this. The swing's good, though. Gives a little bit of timing.
What?
Wait, what? Mako! He just got... No way, DRX! Are they seriously going to do this? Yes, they are! Yeah, he can do nothing but sit back and watch! DRX are not out of it yet! How? How did that just happen?
Was that just the slow and the snake bite?
I only saw the snake bite.
Oh my word. DRX, again, seemingly out of nothing. That's all it was.
No way. Oh, what a fumble to an extent as well. OPTIC will be kicking themselves for that.
It's an absolute disaster. And actually now you look at it. Look at the money for OPTIC.
Oh, no way.
It's not like this.
Swings a roundabout man right back at him. RB's going to twist the screws. The pace change. crashies wants to close that gap, try and get up mid fast. Yay. There's a player right over there, dude. You got your knife out. Gun can't come out quick enough this time. Zest is the punish. Surely 11 beckoning on the board for DRX here. FNS, Victor, crashies. How much can you get out of it? He comes sliding in. He's going to take down RB. Flashed up. Marco's got to respect it now. Falls away to pillar as stax commits towards the side with him. And Victor, he's still pushing CT. They catch the cross, though. crashies goes down and buzzes up the wiser. Victor behind the wire almost did them dirty, but the cross gets caught. And DRX do it right back to them.
And this could be so awkward here. We'll have to see what's left in the tank behind this purchase for OPTIC. Because this could be DRX finding 12. There's not going to be anything. What an absolute disaster so late on in this half that has felt
Timeout, surely.
As if OPTIC have been in control on.
Yes! And one mistake, but that's DRX though. They have been waiting patiently, building back up. They never let the game get too far away from them.
Right back into it.
One mistake, and look at what's happened. 11-11. We go again. Light armor, odds and ends. Yes, the rifles are there, but it ain't pretty beyond that. It looks like a 3-2 split. 3 up middle, 2 over towards the A site, but there is a player waiting. And it will be Mako. He's been a nuisance, a danger. He slips back away. He gives up the control and just gets out for now. They've got a good idea, but OPTIC, they're not wasting any time. They're taking big progress, big steps right now.
This pinch could be huge for them. Zest or Mako have to slow things down. Seeker's invested elsewhere, but not going to paint the full picture. DRX. Not going to freeze. Deep RB's been able to get into B main as well, tucked up with that operator. He's going to find this information so quickly. It's as if OPTIC want to continue towards A site. I don't think anything noted on the back of crashies utility there. Look hesitant.
It's time to crunch. You've got to commit off this. There it is. They haven't cleared RB. 36 seconds. And now, this is when the problems truly begin. The rotations will come in. There's no surprise to this anymore. Why would a player be over towards that B main side? Stax ready for it. Spot Zit can't deal with it, though. Victor still doing well here. RB now feeling the pressure. Tries to block him out of midair. He knows he's in danger. And OPTIC is still alive in this one. Buzz! No man's land! OPTIC, are you seriously coming back into this right now? They found a bit of room, and crashies going to post himself up on this corner. Behead Zest and Mako. This game is just unreal between these players. And OPTIC, no matter the odds, seem to find room, find ways, find opportunity. And they find a way to potentially get to 12 here, because that looks like Mako is out of options.
And that's after FNS falls first. I talked about RB and the amount of space that he was able to find so early on. Posted up with that operator. But it's Victor and crashies once again to fill that gap. Victor with no fear whatsoever.
None.
Knows exactly what needs to happen and closes down that kill onto RB. Opens up B site for OPTIC.
What's DRX's money like?
They with that thrifty round flip,
surely.
It should be a lot more comfortable than the previous purchase spots for OPTIC. I think that's fair to say.
They should be able to get a good buy, right? Like, I'm hoping it's a full purchase.
I mean, actually, what I'm worried about is, I was looking at the ult progress across OPTIC there. We know the null command invested.
10 more seconds. And it's OT or it's GG.
Do they give RB the opener here? You see he's posted up in ropes with that operator. It's going to be Victor to swing here.
The other side, man.
Here.
Okay. RB, how much can you do? He commits, he gets spotted though and has to back away. All right, but the pace, look at this. He's just gonna dive into Mako, stands his ground. RB still there though, and they're just committed to this one. Yay, in the meantime, finds Buzz. Now the wild field's small for RB. He's trying to find his way out of it, but look at this pace. Look at the pressure. He crumbles under it. And OPTIC, they've kept numbers, barely. Stax gonna fill the void though and keeps himself quiet. And Zest creeps the corner as well. They're trying to hunt them down. Shot in the back, and it's a disaster again. Zest finds them as Jett gets walled off and denied any entry. He needs 3 here, and he's gonna get none. 12-12, we're going the distance. It's OT.
Of course we are. What a fitting finish to this series.
Has to be. I wouldn't want it any other way after what we've seen between these two.
The pace there from OPTIC is absolutely insane. The DRX stands strong. They're happy to fight this.
Yeah.
And again, actually comes down to a 2v3. Zest.
Zest swinging on that. Swinging in like that. Unbelievable. Zest is a ballsy player, man. Just up as well, man. Like, it started just kind of, it feels like such a different game. Map 1 feels like a lifetime ago. And now it's at a 12-12.
Seems like a different universe,
Oh,
Map 1.
completely. We go in, stun things off. DRX will be on the attacking side, and OPTIC will be on the defending side. String together the rounds, job done. And it looks like simple work. Yay, gonna get the first contact and instantly get closed in on. The pace is there as well for DRX. They want to make this work, but the stuns slow them down. The wall can at least keep back FNS for now. Yay has to respect this, the angle. He's seen the shoulder, he's being slowly chipped away at. Can't catch the cross. Yes, he can actually. Causes attack towards RB. And now Victor tries to pick up the mantle as Stax goes down. And OPTIC are on the site. They want to brawl on this. Spike, not to hand anymore.
DRX actually able to freeze.
Yeah,
Confirmation of what they already
cut
know
off.
here.
How do they get Buzz and Mako back into this? You got players isolated, and Optic are trying to start wrapping on that, kind of strangling this out of them. The one problem, I guess, is RB still standing, but crashies finds Buzz. The wild spray. RB's just trying to get in there to play body block on it, basically. Get that spike down. Get the time at least in our favor.
The HP on DRX as well. Victor going to find another one. Zest will fall. It's just RB and Mako left to find him. And yeah, he's going to find one.
RB, it can't happen. Too much weight on one man's shoulders. And Optic willing to brawl out on the site to get the first in OT under the belt.
And they prevent the spike going down. That utility dump towards default. And like you said, they isolated a couple, but they don't overstep the mark. They allow all this pressure to build.
Look at that. There's no chance they're going to get the spike down at that moment.
Crashes, man. Goes huge for Optic there. Beautiful round. And they'll put Optic ahead here. DRX have to respond.
Oh, God. This pace we've seen from them as well. How much pressure can DRX handle? Because this is it. Imagine that you know you're going to have a team that's coming at you with blistering pace, and you're on now series point against you. Wall goes up. Zest instantly under pressure, and Ye's found RB. And that's a mile away. That's over towards B. This isn't even the ideal beginning that they were thinking of, maybe.
Should be an indicator, though. The fact that
they're
it's
walking mid. Marco's walking mid. And FNS is watching this. Marco's going to take the space, and FNS is on the other side. I want to see what the game plan is now that they've got that advantage.
No response just yet from DRX, but
Surely.
Marco's created a little pocket to play inside.
They don't need to have any additional rotations as long as Mako holds down here for now.
He's going exploring.
Oh no, this could be everything. What? A fadeaway shot like that! The gods are on Marco's side today. And he does a little bit of damage and he backs away. Has to fall through this and he tries to find a new position. Optic now presented a problem. They thought they had maybe a little bit of a step ahead in the information game. It wasn't to be, and Mako literally exploring. Picks it back up, looks for the reveal, doesn't know the player on the other side, and it's going to be this B piece. Great timing from the utility from Mako, trying to help out Stax as best he can.
Are they drifting away? They haven't got a lot of time here. It's 30
they
seconds
don't.
left on the clock already. This Skye flash will be huge. It will no presence inside
Can't
garage.
rotate, surely. You're not going to pull it off right now, are you, FNS? So, okay, they're going up through heaven.
But that's the spike in heaven.
Yes. And you've got 20 seconds. You can't second guess yourself anymore. You have to make it happen. The drop on the util is a trade out. FNS still stands, but so does Stax. Back of the site. 13 seconds. It can all go wrong. Oh, but Victor's found it, but the spike, it gets dropped. This could be all over. They have to somehow get it back. It gets denied. Zest holds the line. And DRX stay alive.
My ultimate is ready.
Oh my word.
Switching sides.
Just when you think
Overtime.
Optic create a free opener here with Ye so deep, so disconnected.
Nothing's free here.
Mako,
Nothing's
man.
free.
Mako finding that
shot,
kill
that
into
shot.
sewers.
Come on. How are you getting away with that sort of thing?
I even noticed this here, the setup. The fact that the spike comes through heaven. The riskier approach towards B site. And it's Zest again who delivers for DRX.
He can't get out of the spotlight. It loves him too much. We go again, 13-13. We now look to who can get towards that big number, that 15 on the board. And yay, he found great success early on in that prior round. He's looking to do a little bit of early damage again. A pixel apart, a second away. Playing a dangerous game.
Buzz is rolling the dice, honestly.
Yeah.
The three-man stack pretty much committed towards holding ramp here. Expecting this A split to come through on the side of DRX. No presence had been noted with the flash. How far did DRX decide to go with this? Yeah, he's still posted up. Had no contact just yet. Should be a Trailblazer coming through from Stax to clear
Look
him
at
out.
this space. They've cleared so much, they should be able to allow crashies
So much
to go
info.
walkabouts. Yeah, it's got to be now. Now, the problem is they don't have much to work with, right? Because they don't have that main presence. Now they do with that flash coming through, so at least Ye has to now bear that in mind. He can't try and bail out towards heaven, but he's going to try to regardless. Yeah, he stands and fights. He knows there was pressure behind him, breathing down the back of his neck. It was going to be Stax. There it is. Stax gets removed. Great work from Ye. Now alleviates all that pressure to look back towards the site and hold so much of the ground. Mako goes down to Marved. And we're looking at what remains for DRX here. At least they can get a plant. Pull that time at least on their side, because they need something. Because they ain't got the numbers now.
Buzz has to go huge here. Crashes.
Oh god, the seconds, the timing on this. But Zest is still alive, Mike. There's still a chance. If Zest stands, man, I still believe there's a chance in this. And Buzz is watching and waiting.
There's no flashes, they can't pop this. They have to swing it. Yay actually going to be rewarded for his patience.
And it's all on Buzz, and he can't do it all. Marved is there, and a good round from Optic again, who come back in. And Yay, remaining unfazed. The pressure he had on him in B main then was massive.
But again, he knows he has to make a move there. If he waits too long, Stax is just waiting for the pinch to come through. Rewarded with the first, and here, these 5 seconds are crucial. He swings through and finds Stax.
You could feel that literal breath on the back of his neck just closing in towards him. And he still held his nerve, kept that composure. And again, they get the opportunity to come back into this, and DRX, once again, facing map and match point, series point. Gotta find some brilliance here.
Set up once again. See, this time it's not Yay disconnected. It's Marved over towards A site here. Again, he's been just as lethal in these lurks for Optic so far this series. DRX just gonna try and dig their heels in here. Give anything away as Optic actually has 3 now, looking to explore mid. They're going to deal with the wall. Well, it's a utility invested in Victor once again. Mako will close the door though.
Takes the wind out of the sails and sends them back. Optic not going to get away with it. Big trade though for Yay. Map now open, and the 2 players on either side going to feel a little isolated, and the rotations can't come as quickly. Yay now though, and the rest of Optic, pause for thought. Hold that mid control for a second, let it sweat. Flash comes in, reveals nothing. And now they start to aggress. It looks like this pinch towards A is coming.
And actually Marved, just checking sewers here, but I'll be with the operator. This is an awkward angle here. Stax has got to protect him here from this heaven dropout. Oh no.
The timing on this could be the worst thing in the world. They're actually going to
30
explore
seconds
CT.
left.
And for a second, RB was looking back. I think RB knows that there's a problem. Now he does. He's got players surrounding him on all fronts. He's going to have to make this something.
Flash into the
oh,
smoke!
they actually flash it. Are you kidding me? Crashies. So good, but Stax still stands. He has to become the turret. He can't do it. And now the 2 players who are so far away have 13 seconds to get over here and try and deny. But the plant has to go down. Can they deny it?
No way!
That's a spike. That was a spike lost. And now time is of the element. But still, they get it down for now. This should be okay. And look who's creeping closer. It's Buzz in a 1v2 with it all to do. Pops the ult. And we wait for Buzz to try and get closer here. Everything in the next moment